We're outside the Net Zero home on the corner of 28th and Quincy Avenue in Ogden, Utah. This neighborhood's also known as the East Central neighborhood with its period craftsman style homes. This lot, though, hasn't always had a craftsman home on it like the one we built. For years, it had a dilapidated fourplex that was demolished, and the lot sat empty for about 10 years before Ogden City let us build on it. This build was a partnership with Ogden City in the fact that they gave us the property for our student project to be built on. And what you see is the result of that. This is a 2,450 square foot home. It's 6 bedrooms with 2 finished baths and 1 unfinished bath in the basement. It's got 39 solar arrays outside with a detached garage. In that detached garage, you have the opportunity for a car charging station, turning this house from net zero to net positive.
Thanks, Jeremy, for showing that video.
Well,
looks like we're standing kind of in that dining room, living room, kitchen area. Jeremy, do you want to talk about maybe kind of the layout of the house at all, or anything that's kind of important to this view?
yeah, absolutely. This is the main floor of the home. The challenge we had with the students is the width of this house is only 24 feet wide. And so we had to eliminate all of the hallways in order to make it be as efficient as possible. And so we've got one room up to the front that can be used as an office. And actually the homeowners are using that, or we're using it as an office. Now they're using it as a sewing room. This is their baby's room. They just barely had a baby that turned 3 months old yesterday. So they've been in the home the entire life of their baby, which is fun. And then the main bath for these 2 front bedrooms and their guests. Then the large spacious kitchen. We were able to get a little bump out for the dining room. And then it free flows into this spacious living room off of the front. It is very well lit. In fact, the entire time we were in the home, we never had to turn the lights on during the day to be able to work, which was really neat. So I'm going to just move really quickly to the back half of the house, and we'll go into the master. So this is a master suite with a walk-in closet. You can see our wall-mounted mini splits for heating and cooling. And then it's a smaller home, so it's 1,776 square feet. So it does have its own master bath. But let's go to the back. And then in the back of the home, we really showcased our technology in the home. So we've got our battery backup system, which is a local manufacturer called Goal Zero. This one is portable. So you can take 1.7 kilowatt hours of energy with you. That weighs about 30 pounds. If you're going camping for the weekend, and then you bring it back and the solar on the roof trickle charges that unit. Now we also have expansion tanks that are left in the home that would allow this home to be able to maintain its critical loads for 30 days, well more than the competition required. And we also wanted to showcase the technology. So instead of having the inverter outside, we moved that to the inside just to kind of showcase and make aware to the occupants that this was truly a net zero or net positive home, because we could charge an electric car to drive 20 miles a day. So we'll go downstairs here. And we decided to finish the basement. Originally, we weren't going to do it, but we found, because we used insulated concrete form foundation walls, it was very inexpensive to finish the basement. So we got double the square footage, basically, a very large family room in the basement. And then working down the hall, you'll see our mechanical room with all of our energy recovery ventilator, our variable refrigerant flow technology, and our heat pump water heater that allowed us to get to that net positive rating. Then we've got a very spacious room, oversized basement windows to let in lots of natural light. And every room in the basement had its own walk-in closet. So the walk-in closet under the porch was very nice. In fact, if I bought this home, this would probably be the room that I would move into in the basement, just because it's so well lit and very spacious. And then, as Janae talked about, there's future expansion. Price point wise, we felt like we needed to leave this basement bathroom unfinished. So you can see that there. Here is kind of a picture. If you look inside there, inside that cavity right there, you can see the insulated concrete forms where we were able to glue the sheetrock right to the insulated, right to the insulated concrete forms, which is what this talks about right here. Were there any questions or anything particular that you wanted to see inside of the home?
Actually, yeah, there's so much light in the basement. I was wondering, at what did you do something specific to the wells to reflect light, or is it just kind of half above? Or
Janae, do you want to talk about the paint color you chose?
Yeah, so this paint color is it's a semi-gloss, which has that beautiful reflectivity to it. In addition to those window wells also came kind of white. And then what you see at the bottom is gravel. The way that the house is positioned on the lot, it really captures a lot of that east sun that comes in the morning that tends to be cooler. And it just lights up the house like what you're seeing.
yeah.
And I think a lot of that has to do with that reflectivity of the white paint and the sheen of the paint.
Yeah, it's really lovely. And then you said this was net positive, but I may have misheard you. It was net positive when you account for the electric vehicle charging, or net positive on its own plus the electric vehicle?
Great question. So of the 39 solar arrays on top of the house, the home uses less energy than it produces. So it is, in its sense, feeding energy back into the grid over the year period. And that was kind of we set that up intentionally as with those 39 solar arrays, it's a really nice net zero, if not net positive on its own. We really turned it net positive when you charge the car in the garage. And we really turned it net positive when you have these battery packs and these islanding capabilities.
That's awesome. Did you work with the utilities on any sort of special charging rate that they might have, or I'm not sure if you all have special agreements with the utility, or whether you just took advantage of a commercial rate that they had available?
So we have a net metering agreement with Rocky Mountain Power. This home doesn't have any gas going to it. So we actually saved $4,000 by not putting a combustible energy source into the home. Awesome. That net metering agreement with Rocky Mountain Power, we pay $9 a month to support the infrastructure. So the owners of this home pay a $9 a month utility bill.
That's awesome.
And this is a normal standard of living home. This is in Utah. We have about 2 to 3 kids per family. There's often multi-generational living. This is a very standard home in Utah as a single family residence. And to say that it's $9 a month in operating costs, it's unheard of.
That is
$9.
Crazy.
$9, and you can charge your electric car to drive 20 miles a day, which is what our solar arrays was sized to offset. So not only does it offset all of the electrical usage in the home for HVAC, plug loads, light loads, etc., it will also produce enough energy to drive that electric car 20 miles a day, which our demographic study showed most people don't drive more than 20 miles a day.
Well, that is terrific. I really appreciate this. I think I saw a note that I'm supposed to go to the next, but this has been so informative. I'm glad this is my first one. Plus, I just really love the style of the house.
Thank you for being here, Kelly. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Take care.